So we're back with Cyberworld. We got episode 4 now, and it is dumb. It's not a very good episode. And I know people are going to probably complain that I'm still trashing on Cyberworld. And so, yeah, why don't we get to episode 4? So the episode starts off with a race between Alita and Skybite. If you don't already know, which I'm guessing some people already know this, but in this universe, Alita 1 transforms into a boat. And also, you get to see Skybite again. This is his third show adaptation in Transformers. The two are racing each other and also trying to kill each other at the same time. But, of course, Optimus and Bee are walking as the race is going on, which I was kind of hoping when I saw the thumbnail of the episode, Bee or Optimus weren't going to show up. I was really hoping. I'm like, oh, new perspective. Maybe we can have a character that's actually interesting, or a character arc. Cool. Nope, they're still here. It sucks, because I hate them both. But anyway, while the race is going on, Alita transforms and gets distracted and notices Optimus, and Alita's like, Optimus? And Optimus is like, Alita? Then that causes Alita to lose the race because Optimus and Bee were trying to interfere with the race and break the wall that was around water. But once it broke, the program detected that there was interference and she loses by default. And she gets mad at Optimus and being like, what's wrong with you? What were you thinking? And Bee's like, you're welcome. And here we go. Another annoying Alita 1. Man, it looks like I made this video way too early because I didn't know we were getting another one. But yay, another girl boss Alita, and it's annoying. Now, you could say, but D to the B, she's upset that she lost the race because of them. Maybe this is the only instance where she gets upset at them. Oh, just wait and see. We'll get there. Skybite then hops onto the surface where he says, thank you, Alita. The Energon was a delectable boost. And then Alita gets mad and says, you should be thanking these guys because you can only buy accidents. Where then Skybite says, I think Wheeljack and the others would disagree, wouldn't you? Then Skybite starts throwing spikes at the three Autobots, and the three Autobots take cover. And Optimus is like, Alita, what's going on? Where's Wheeljack? And Alita says Wheeljack is gone, and you missed a lot while you were wherever you were. So, Wheeljack's dead in this continuity. CDB, this show is absolute peak. It killed off a character in the show, and it was amazing. A little kid show can be peak. Okay, then why wasn't the death shown if it's so peak? Shut up, D to the B, it's a kid's show. Alita continues on that her whole team was wiped out by Skybite while Optimus was gone. And she also says the Energon boost powered him up, but it also made him cocky. And if we coordinate our attacks, we might have a chance to beat him. Bee then begins to shoot Skybite, and Skybite makes the comment, if I'd known you would have brought friends, I would have saved some room for dessert. And then Alita does a barrel roll, and Bee and her have an interaction, and then Optimus stops fighting and tries to reason with Skybite, and then we get the dumbest thing in this episode. It begins with Alita saying, what is he doing? He's gonna get himself killed, and Alita and Bee start getting ready for position, but of course we had to get a stupid joke, because Bee starts following her, and like, no, you're supposed to go that way, and I'm like, okay. This show is so stupid. I hate it so much. And Skybite says that he's more focused on Alita. Alita says, Optimus, get out of there. And then Skybite's like, Optimus Prime? I'm like, no way. You wouldn't know who Optimus Prime is. He is the leader of the Autobots. Every Decepticon knows who Optimus Prime is. Why do you not know? You're stupid. stupid. And especially since Alita has been saying Optimus a lot in this episode. This episode is dumb. Why do people defend this garbage? And Skybite chuckles and then says that changes everything. Shoots Optimus and the arrow goes into his shoulder and he is stuck to a rock, where then Bee and Alita have to take over for fighting against Skybite. Then as Bee, Alita, and Skybite are fighting, Optimus pulls out his Energon axe, cuts the end of the arrow that Skybite shot at Optimus, cut a part off, and then I'm gonna show this, slides through it. What? That's not how it works. Why does he not have a giant hole in his shoulder? And people are still gonna defend it at, it's a kid show, it doesn't matter. You guys are idiots. We transition to Alita and Skybite fighting, where in the fighting, Skybite accidentally shoots himself in the foot with one of his arrows, and Alita 1 then disarms Skybite with his gun, where then Skybite uses Alita as a shield, and Beast says that he can't get a clear shot, but then Optimus comes in saying, I'm on it, where then Skybite, I'm going to show this clip again, pulls his foot out of the arrow, and there is no hole or any excruciating pain. What? What is the show? Anyway, Skybite then throws Alita at Optimus. Then Optimus dodges Alita, but then Alita does this epic girl boss pose, and then Optimus is about to strike at Skybite. Then, of course, Skybite's gun blocks Optimus's Energon axe, which I call complete idiocracy because that gun would be cut in half by that axe. I'm not buying this whatsoever. Alita then cries out scrap, and then Optimus and Skybite are battling each other, even to the point where Optimus is trying to cut off Skybite's head in the beginning of that scene. Wow, I'm impressed that they were willing to try that in this show. Alita runs with the arrow and tries attacking Skybite at the same time, and then Skybite transforms into his shark mode, where of course they keep fighting Skybite, and Skybite gets away. Alita shouts, we almost had him, let him get away, and Optimus then says he's retreating, and then Alita starts yelling at Optimus saying, he killed my team, my friends, he needs to answer for that. Optimus just has this shocked face hearing Alita say this stuff. Miss calmly says, Alita, this isn't like you. Like how the original character would have done it. Maybe we should have had Optimus as the same stoic character that he always is, instead of this jokey, quippy character that is just quipping like every 10 seconds. What a thought! And yes, I'm going to acknowledge this because I did forget this in my 2 previous videos. Yes, I am aware there are some Optimuses in the past that did quip, but the problem is, with all the examples that were brought up, like G1, Animated, and some other ones that I forgot, the difference was he didn't quip this much. Like, Optimus would quip like maybe once or twice, maybe even 3 times. But in the first episode, he quipped and made jokes like most of the episode. That's the problem. And for me, it feels like it's going against the direction or advice that Peter Cullen's brother gave him. I know that might be a far stretch, but what Peter Cullen said in his interview, I kind of hold that as the golden standard of what Optimus Prime should be. And it sucks because there are moments in here where he does act like the character, but of course they gotta appeal to this younger demographic and have him quip a bit more, even though Rescue Bots did this way better and kept him in character. Lita says, like me, I've been here for cycles, Optimus. You have no idea what it's been like. Optimus still remains calm and says, it's okay. Bee and I are here. Optimus then tells Alita that they have a plan and mentions the ship that Scorponok is guarding in the desert from the second episode and also the first episode. And Alita mentions that she's never faced Scorponok, but she's heard that defeating Scorponok holds the key to winning Cyberworld. Okay, so we now know the world is just called Cyberworld. And she said, I never gave it much credit, and I'm sorry. Being an annoying girl boss. Okay, I'm just kidding. She says, I'm sorry. I'm really glad to see you. We thought you hadn't made it. Optimus then says, it's good to see you too. And it looks like they're about to hug, but then Alita just stops it and then just pats Optimus on his chest. Wait, why are you wussing out from a hug? What's wrong with a hug? You see that, kid? Don't let a girl hug you, just let her pat you on the chest. That is a complete way to do things. No hugs. Hugs are literally awful. And if you suggest hugging anyone, you're an awful person. Okay, I know I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's just so stupid. Why? Just why did that scene even happen? Why couldn't they just hug? It would have shown some sort of bond in some way. And I'm not talking about a relationship thing. I mean, you could even perceive it as a friendship. I just find it weird that they would do that. B says it would be better seeing Cybertron. Again, and how do we get through Scorponok? He's way more powerful than us. And Alita says her team was trying to get a hold of something, but it's dangerous. Then asks, where is it? And then Alita, B, and Optimus are on their way to retrieve the item. So we probably can take a lucky guess that the next episode is going to be the three looking for the item that would possibly help them defeat Scorponok. But then the episode ends off with Skybite entering a fortress where we get to see Mega Bull again. And he says, Lord Megatron, Optimus is in Cyberworld. And Megatron says, how upsetting. And that's where the episode ends. Oh my gosh, that episode was dumb too. I am noticing a pattern. This show is not getting better for me. As I'm going on more and realizing I still don't like the show, people are going like, oh, the show is still peak. I mean, like, we literally are getting people praising how peak the show is again. Of course, this time it's not about the episode itself. It's about the character of Alita 1. So, yay, we get to read tweets again. And it's going to be fun. I mean, last time I got a comment who had a complete meltdown over it. So, why not do it again? Look how OP blinks. Goofy fella. Don't worry, guys. I don't get it either. Optimus and his stupid cute face. Gosh. Okay, so this one wasn't really about Alita. But what do you mean cute? He has a faceplate. What are you talking about? Your Cyberworld episode, Alita is finally here. She's so pretty. I already love her character. Also, her and Optimus are so cute. Gosh, these overreaction guys, I can't take it. They're so stupid. Why are some people in the fandom like this? I don't get it. They either shill for garbage like Earthspark and this, or they do shipping, which might be even worse in my opinion. I've explained why I don't like shipping in the past, but I don't get why people are just like this in the fandom. I don't understand. I wish I did, but I can't. I just can't take these people seriously. I just cringe every time I hear something like it. How they act. I don't get it. But yeah, that's another not good episode from Transformers Cyberworld. What did you think of the new episode? Did you surprisingly like it? If you like the show more than I do in my audience, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm just giving my thoughts here and giving a new perspective on this show, unlike all the other people. I mean, as long as you're not calling it peak, you're fine. I won't make fun of that. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the comments. Anyway, this is D to the B.